In this lesson, we will learn what are bitwise operators in Java. We will see its types with examples. Let us start. Bitwise operators work directly on the binary representation of numbers, that is the bit level. They allow manipulation of individual bits, making them extremely fast and useful for low-level programming, optimization and tasks like encryption, compression and graphics. So here are the common bitwise operators. So in this lesson we will consider three variables beginning with a is equal to 6, b is equal to 7 and a resultant variable. So these are decimal numbers. So here are the bitwise operators that we will discuss in this lesson beginning with bitwise NOT. Let us start. So as the name suggests, bitwise NOT inverts all the bits of its operand. Like for 0 it will be 1 and for 1 it will be 0. The following is the symbol of the bitwise NOT operator. So let us see an example. Here is our VS Code. We ran all these examples till now. We have our demo17.java now. We have a bitwise NOT operator example to begin with. Here is our class and this is our main function where the execution begins. We have a variable integer a and then a resultant variable in which we will perform the bitwise NOT operator, that is it will invert all the bits of its operand. This is the sign of bitwise NOT. Okay. So when we will run this, it will print the value -7 which is under 2's complement representation. This will first convert the decimal 6 into a binary representation and after that it will flip all the bits. That means NOT. That means the purpose of NOT operator. After that it will interpret it as a signed 32-bit integer. So the output will be -7. So after flipping the bits, what happens here? You need to interpret it as a signed 32-bit integer. Java uses 2's complement for signed integers. In 2's complement, if the MSB, that is most significant bit, is 0, the number is positive. If the MSB is 1, the number is negative. So what we did to find its value, we flipped all the bits, that is 1's complement, and added 1. Okay. After adding 1, the output was 7. Since the original had MSB is equal to 1, therefore the number will be negative. So the output will be -7. Let us run. Here the output is -7. Okay. So in this way the bitwise NOT operator works. Now we have the bitwise AND operator which gives 1 if both operands are 1. So we also worked on the AND operator in the operator lesson. That also worked in a similar way, but that wasn't a bitwise operator, but the concept was same. If both the values are true, the output will return true. Similarly here, it gives 1 if both operands are 1. The following is the symbol of the bitwise AND operator. The previous AND operator we saw, the symbol was double AND. Here we have to use a single AND. So let us see the example. Let us see the next example. The next example is bitwise AND operator. So here we have our code. We have two variables int a and b and we are finding the bitwise AND. So this is the symbol of bitwise AND and the result will get printed in RES. Here the binary representation of 6 is 110 and the binary representation of 7 is 111, 111. Now the bitwise AND will be performed. So the bitwise AND operator returns 1 only if both bits are 1. So here for the rightmost, both are not 1, so 0 will be returned here. For the next two, 1 will be returned. So the output will be 110. So the output should be 6. That is 110. Okay. So the output will convert into the decimal representation. So in bitwise it will automatically convert decimal to binary and for the output it will return the decimal value. This was bitwise AND operator. Now we have the bitwise OR operator. It gives 1 if either of the bits is 1. So we also saw the OR operator in the previous lesson. It also worked on the same concept, okay, in which from A or B, if either of the value was true, it returned true. Here since we are working on bits, the bitwise OR operator gives 1 if either of the bits is 1. The following is the symbol of the bitwise OR operator. Let us see an example. The next one is bitwise OR operator. So here we have int a is equal to 6. The decimal value is 110, and for 7 it is 111. We are finding bitwise OR. So what happens in bitwise OR? It gives 1 if either of the bit is 1. Okay, so for the rightmost we have 1 0 and 1 1, so 1 will be returned, and for rest both have 1, so the output will be 1 1 1. That means 7 should be the output. Here it is, the output is 7. So this is how bitwise OR operator works. Then we have the bitwise XOR operator. It gives 1 if exactly one operand is 1. If both of them will be 1, it will give 0. Here you need to remember it will give 1 if exactly one operand is 1. And the following is the symbol. Let us see an example. Now we have the bitwise XOR operator. Okay, so this was 110 and this is 111 in binary. Okay, so we have two variables here, a is equal to 6 and b is equal to 7, and we are finding a XOR b. So this operator gives 1 if exactly one operand is 1. And if both the operands are 1, it will return 0. So here if only 1 is 1, that means here this will return 1. Next 1 and 1, so it will return 0. For 1 and 1 it will again return 0. So the output should be 1. Here it is, the output is 1. So this is how bitwise XOR operator works. Then we have the bitwise right shift operator. It shifts the bit to the right a specified number of times. So here is the symbol. Here I mentioned a specified number of times. You need to mention the same after the operator. Okay, let's say you want to shift twice. So mention 2 after the symbol. Okay, when we will see the example, the things will be more clear. Bitwise right shift operator, it will shift bit to the right specified number of times. So here we have a is equal to 6. We have the bitwise right shift operator here, and 1 means it will shift only once. So when it will shift it on the right, what will happen? 1 will come here and this one will come here. So bits are shifting to the right once and the output is 011. Right click, it will convert the binary to decimal and the output will be 3. Now we have the bitwise right shift fill 0 operator. So this won't preserve the sign of the original number and fills the new place with 0. So it works like the previous one, right shift, but it will just fill the value with 0. That is, it will fill the new place with 0. Let us see the example. Here we have the next example. Bitwise right shift fill 0 operator. So this operator does not preserve sign of the original number and fills the new place with 0. So here we have a is equal to 6. Its binary representation is 110. Here we are using the bitwise right shift fill 0 operator, whose symbol is the following. Here 2 means we will shift it twice. So when 110 is shifted once, it will be 011. And after that, when we'll shift it again, it will be 001. So it won't preserve the sign of the original number. So it will fill the new place with 0 and the output will be 001, which is 1. Let us run. Here it is, the output is 1. So this is how we can work with the bitwise right shift fill 0 operator. The next operator is left shift operator. It works like the right shift operator, but it will shift the bit to the left a specified number of times. That's it. Here the symbol is visible. If you want to shift, let's say for 3 times, you need to mention the symbol and after that mention 3. That's it. So let us see the example. The next example, bitwise left shift operator. So here we have an integer variable a is equal to 6. For simplification, we have added a 4-bit representation, which is the following for 6. Here we added a 3-bit representation. Here we added the minimal form. For our left shift operator, we have added the 4-bit representation. Okay, now our 6 is 0110. We are shifting it on the left only once. This is the left shift operator. When we will shift it on the left, what will happen? Each bit will shift on the left and we have the value of 1100, which is represented as 12. So the output should be 12. So how this is calculated? This is calculated using the power of 2 multiplied with each bit. Okay. So when I'll run it, it will show me 12. So this is how bitwise left shift operator works. Now we have the bitwise AND assignment operator. Here bitwise AND operation is performed and the result is assigned to a variable. As we already know that bitwise AND operator gives 1 if both operands are 1. So let us see an example of the bitwise AND assignment operator. Now let us see the bitwise AND assignment. Here we have our value of A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7, that is two integer variables. This is the binary representation. Now we are performing A and is equal to B, which is A is equal to A and B, that is bitwise AND assignment. Performing and then assigning the value. Okay, the bitwise AND operator gives 1 if both the operands are 1. It returns 1 if both the operands are 1. Therefore the output will be, this is 0 and this is 1, so this will be 0. Okay, then the next 1 1 1, then the next 1 1, so 1, then 1 and 1 1 again, and then 0. So the output should be 0 1 1 0, which is 6 in decimal. So the output is 6. So this is how bitwise AND assignment works. Now let us understand bitwise OR assignment operator. It will perform a bitwise OR and will assign the result to the variable. That's why it is an assignment operator. With bitwise, this operator gives 1 if either of the bits is 1. Now let us see an example. Now we have the bitwise OR assignment. Here we have the 6 and 7 value as our A and B variable respectively. These are integer variables. These are the binary values. Okay, we are performing A OR is equal to B. That means the following. Okay, so this is OR assignment operator. What happens in OR? The bitwise OR operator gives 1 if either of the bit is 1. So let us calculate this and print the output here. If either is 1, that means for 0 and 1 it will be 1. For 1 and 1 it will be 1. For 1 and 1 it will be 1. Okay, and in the end the 0 is visible. So the output should be 0 1 1 1, which when we'll convert, it will print 7 in decimal. Okay, here it is. This was about bitwise OR assignment. The next one is bitwise XOR assignment operator. It will perform bitwise XOR and assign the result to the variable. So this XOR operator gives 1 if exactly one operand is 1. If both the operands will be 1, it will give 0. Now let us see an example of the bitwise XOR assignment operator. Next we have the bitwise XOR assignment. We have the same two variables, A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7, and this is the binary representation. Okay, this is the sign for XOR. A XOR is equal to B means A is equal to A XOR B. So what happens in XOR? The bitwise XOR operator gives 1 if exactly one operand is 1, else it will display 0. So we only need to find exactly one operand. So here it is 0 and 1. So it will print 1 here. After that we have both 1, that means 0. Then we have both 1, that means 0. Then we have both 0, that means 0. So the output should be this. When it will convert to decimal, the answer will be 1. Here is the answer. Now let us see the bitwise right shift assignment operator. It performs bitwise right shift and assigns the result to the variable. Here the operator will shift the bit to the right a specified number of times, like we saw previously in the right shift operator. Let us see an example. Here we have the bitwise right shift assignment. Okay, here bitwise right shift will be performed and the result will be assigned to the variable. The bitwise right shift operator shifts bit to the right specified number of times. So here we are using the right shift operator and an assignment operator is added, that is equal to. Here 1 means we are shifting only once. And this completely means A is equal to A right shift 1. Okay, so this was our 6, 0 1 1 0. We are shifting it only once. What will happen? 1 will come here, 1 will come here, and rest 0. So the output should be 0 0 1 1. I have represented it like this. so that we can display the decimal representation, which is 3. So this is how it is calculated. The output is 3. So in this way we can work with the bitwise right shift assignment. Now we have the bitwise right shift fill 0 assignment operator. It will perform a right shift, fill 0, and then assign the result to the variable. So this means it won't preserve the sign of the original number and fills the new place with 0. Okay. So let us see an example to understand the concept. Next we have the bitwise right shift fill 0 assignment. This will perform right shift fill 0 and assign the result to the variable. The bitwise right shift 0 operator does not preserve sign of the original number and fills the new place with 0. So here we are using the right shift fill 0 symbol, and after that we are shifting it twice. This means the following. As we know now, the binary representation of 6 is the following. So when it will get shifted once, it will show 0011. After that, when it will again shift on the right, it will only show 0001. And the output is the following only, 0001, which is 1. Here it is 1. So it shows bitwise right shift fill 0 assignment. That means whenever we'll shift on the right, it will fill the new place with 0. This is what happened here. It shifted on the right once and the new place is filled with 0, and the same happened for this. Now we have the bitwise left shift assignment operator, in which the bitwise left shift will be performed and the result will be assigned to the variable. This operator will shift the bit to the left as a specified number of times. So let us see an example of the bitwise left shift assignment operator. Here is the next example, bitwise left shift assignment. This will perform bitwise left shift and assign the result to the variable. As we know, bitwise left shift operator shifts the bit to the left specified number of times. Here we have our 6 value is equal to 6. The binary representation of 6 is the following. Here we have the left shift operator, and after that we have 1. That means it will shift once. This is similar to the following. When we will shift 0110 once, it will be 1100. So the bits will shift to the left. The decimal representation of this is calculated like this. That means the output will be 12. Here is the output. So guys, we saw how to work with bitwise operators. We saw over 10 examples to understand the bitwise operators completely. Thank you for watching the video.